welcome back to another episode of my Georgia Bulldogs Dynasty. Where in this week we will be taking on the LSU Tigers in Baton Rouge. But the Tigers are having a really bad season. They're 3-6 and 0-5 in the conference. As for Georgia, we are coming off of a really clean, efficient win over Florida, where we got the good version of Gunnar Stockton, 3 touchdown passes, no picks. It was the first time in a long time since week 1 that Tobias had not crossed the 100-yard mark. Florida gave us a lot of problems along their defensive front, but we were able to make up for that in the passing game. But yeah, a really efficient outing from Stockton when he really needed it the most after being benched against Kentucky. But yeah, we're now going to take on LSU, who started off the season with a really big win over what right now is the number 10 ranked Clemson Tigers. Beat them by 3 scores, and they beat FCS Southeast, but then went on a losing streak, losing to Illinois, Florida, Alabama. They did beat UConn, and then they've lost 3 games in a row here to Auburn, Mississippi State, and Missouri. Now, a lot of these teams are pretty solid, I would say. But, you also have this Missouri team that's gotten 2 wins. You got UConn that's got 4. So they also have some really negative, losses in this as well. But this is a really talented team. As you see at the top, 90 overall, a 91 overall defense with an 89 overall offense. Let's take a look at LSU, take a look at this roster. But I really think this is going to be a much tougher matchup than what the records would indicate. Now, they are without Caden Durham. Their starting running back, the best player on their roster, out with a pulled groin for a couple of weeks. So we'll have to see how they try to adjust to that. They have Ricky Collins as their starting quarterback, I'm sure. And it pulls up A.J. Swan. Let's take a look and make sure that it is Collins that is starting. He is their highest overall player. Yes, he's having a pretty good season, 24 touchdowns. He gets 7 picks. Used a little bit on the ground. But redshirt junior out of Baton Rouge, really good athlete. Arm strength is not tremendous, but the accuracies are in a good spot, at least, up to the intermediate area. That 97 throw power from A.J. Swan is crazy. But his deep accuracy is definitely problematic for them. Even without Durham, they do have a couple of good running backs here, and Caleb Jackson and Trey Holly leading the way with Nafari Ugakwe. Maybe getting some run, but good speed and explosiveness out of the backfield. Shelton Sampson is the leading receiver with Kylan Billiot, Jelani Watkins, Kai Preen. It is a Tulane player that actually transferred over there, and then Michael Turner as their top 5. Michael Turner with 99 speed. And 98 speed from Jelani Watkins, so a lot of speed in that wide receiver room. A couple of really good tight ends here in Trades Green. He's got really good speed, and they got more of the possession type here in Mac Markway. Offensive line is largely in a really good spot. Maybe a little weak here at right guard, but a good offensive line that should give us problems. I think we're going to struggle to get after Collins. So that'll be something to watch out for with that receiver group and with those running backs. They could definitely cause us some problems. Defensive side, Led Lincoln. Is that Led or Leo? Leo Lincoln, excuse me. Really highly rated player there. Deshaun Awamek and John Bernal. A lot of really good defensive ends here and a lot of youth along with that. Pretty good along the defensive tackle room as well. This is probably going to be much like Florida game that we struggle to run the ball in. So we do we get the good Gunnar Stockton on the road. The linebacker group, Tyler Singleton's an excellent athlete. Dylan Carpenter, what was Singleton, just out of curiosity? Because he's a 90 overall, 4-star with star development. Okay. A lot of really good linebackers here. Kai Degoda is an 80 overall with the boost as a true freshman. Really, really good athletes. His front 7 is insane. A lot of really good players. Tariq Al-Hugda, Davon Keys, Carmicah Glass, a lot of really good players there. And then even at right outside linebacker, you got a redshirt freshman, 85 overall, and then a sophomore had Damian Oakley, 81 overall. A lot of athleticism, a lot of really good, talented players there. And they're fast in the secondary. all with mostly good size. 5'11", 175 here for Chanston Prox is not exceptional, but the 99 speed, the athleticism certainly makes up for that. Secondary overall is really, really good. I mean, a lot of talented players. Dalton Brooks is up to a 90. This is a really, really good LSU team that, for whatever reason, is just not playing very well in the sim. But it's a road game for Georgia. Let's see if we can take care of the football, see if we can play our brand of football, see if we can get things done. We're currently ranked number 1. Been on a roll for the majority of the season, just have had a problem with turnovers. Let's see if we can overcome that and get us another win here. We have reached 9-0. Heading into Baton Rouge where they're wearing the white jerseys. Thankfully, this is not a night game. But yeah, super pumped to get this trip over here. And let's see if the Georgia Bulldogs can come away with another victory here on the road. See if Gunnar Stockton can play well. Let's see if we can get the job done. As we are going to start out with LSU getting the ball, and Georgia will be kicking it off with Peyton Woodland. Booms it, that will be taken for a touchback, and we will see Ricky Collins come out with this offense. Caleb Jackson right now the leading running back. See, he hasn't been used a whole lot. I think the Durham must have just very recently got hurt. His offenses have performed pretty similarly on a yards per game basis. Let's see if that plays out. See if LSU, and they get off to a hot start. Collins gets it out to his man and gets a first down. Collins is coming off a really good game, 300 plus yards, 2 touchdowns. See if Georgia can get an early defensive stop. Got a trio set here over to the right. Christian Miller tried to get back there. Really nice open field tackle for Daniel Harris on Jackson. Wrap him up. Second down. Collins again dumps it off very quickly underneath. Gain of 5 there, sets up a 3rd and 4. He is 3 for 3 here early on to start the game. Again, a lot of speed in this LSU wide receiver room. Tight end and running back on the same side. It is a pass. And a really nice effort there from Collins, able to avoid the pressure from Justin Williams. It completes his 4th pass in a row. Now LSU is going to hurry it up. Is going to be another drop back pass. 5th straight throw, 5th straight completion, and Jelani Watkins catches that one for a gain of 7. It's going to be a read option this time, and it does not work out as Collins gets met by Jordan Hall and Kristen Miller in the backfield. Loss of about 4 on that play. Now set up this 3rd and 7. Can Georgia get after him? Backfield, Justin Williams able to beat his man around the right side. Collins dumps it off, but ends up being just a gain of 3, and LSU now is going to attempt a field goal. They have a solid kicker. I wouldn't say he's great, though. About a 53-yarder here to start things off. The kick is up, and it is good. Boom, that one. Probably would have been good for 60, I would say, pretty easily there. LSU with a nice drive, get a couple of first downs from Ricky Collins, and they get on the board first. Yeah, Gunnar Stockton and this Georgia offense responds to that as Boyce takes the kickoff for a touchback. London Humphreys, we take a look at his career stats. He's had a couple of pretty good weeks in a row. Has been used a little bit more in this passing game. Oh, and I did not change the playbook. Okay. Let's keep things rolling. Georgia's going to start off with a bunch set. Stockton already cold. He takes the snap. Gonna get that to Lucky, who does make the catch, gets a gain of 4. So the big thing with Stockton is he's been starting off pretty hot. It's kind of that second to third quarter part of the game is when he has just really struggled to take care of the football, as that is a carry. Does not go for a whole lot there for Tobias. And Georgia quickly now. 3rd and 4. Stockton takes it, Going to get that over the middle to Tuggle, and Tuggle able to make a nice juke move there. Gets up the field. Really, really excited for what the future with Tuggle could be in this offense. I think he's really pointing towards being a major focal point next year as they go 3 wide. Tobias sent out in motion. They try to set up a screen to Lucky, who gets a second catch today, gets a gain of 7. Lucky looks like the Mackey favorite so far this year. Tobias is going to get the carry, tries to explode up the middle, does get a first down. So yeah, don't have my regular playbook here. I can't figure out how to just manually set that where it's that every time. I have to try to remember it. 2 tight end set under center. Stockton. It's going to be a carry for Tobias, who's able to sneak through the line, but just gets a gain of 4. Almost broke that one. Of course, Tobias has been outstanding this year. Had a stretch of 7 straight 100-yard rushing performances. Cantrell sent in motion, and Cantrell now is going to get it. Gets the outside blocking that he needs. It's a gain of 5. Sets us up for a 3rd and 1. Georgia's just going to go under center here to try to get this one right on the edge, I would say, of field goal range. Be a carry for Tobias, and he's going to get wrapped up. Actually loses a yard there. Be a 54-yard field goal attempt here for Peyton Woodring, who has made one up to 61 yards. Oh, missed that one some kind of awfully. Woodring misses the field goal. Score remains 3-0. LSU with really good field position here. Justin Williams. Oh, Collins is able to avoid the pressure. Williams had him in the backfield. Collins, the Baton Rouge Jr., putting together a strong performance here early. Now gets a read option. C.J. Allen does wrap him up, but it is a first down. So a scramble followed by a read option there. Able to move the chains. And I believe Woodring missed that field goal that way. That is gain of 1 there. See, right now, Georgia, the #1 ranked team, the #1 seed. If this season was over today, it's time. Finds his man over to the left side. Ricky Collins looks really impressive so far in this one. 3 wide set, trying to spread Georgia out, and they do throw it again. Collins now going to scramble it up the middle, and nobody's there to wrap him up. His legs are starting to be useful. How does Georgia counteract that? Try to get a move to the inside, and Collins puts it right on. Watkins gets that to the outside. LSU is inside the 10, trying to get off to a really, really fast start here. First and goal, they send the man in motion. Almost got to him again. Collins is doing a really nice job of getting the ball out just in time, or he is getting hit, just showing some good maneuverabilities. We're at the end of the first quarter already. Georgia's down 3-0. LSU inside the 10, looking to extend this lead. See if Georgia makes something happen here. Be a quick pass to the outside. He's going to find his tight end in LSU on the quick RPO. Take advantage of a bad pursuit angle there from Janelle Aguero. And Green finds the end zone. Trey Dez, excellent athlete. Definitely somebody we're going to have to pay attention to. LSU up quickly here, 10-0. And I said it in the preview, this is a really good LSU team, really talented group. Maybe has not played the best on the field. They definitely have some talent. It is now already a 10-0 lead. Now the big thing is, how do you get your get back here, so to speak? Stockton underneath, going to pass this. Just a little drag route to Anthony Evans, able to find some room there through traffic. Gets a first down, gain of 15. Tobias gets the carry. He's going to cut that up the middle. It's a gain of 5 there. Now go 3 wide. Tobias in the backfield with Stockton. They send Cantrell in motion. Take the snap. Try to get this, and does get that to London Humphreys. End up making the right read there with that linebacker in the middle of the field. Able to get the explosive play there. Stockton takes the snap. Try to get this underneath to Evans, who does make the catch. Cornerback made a really nice adjustment on that play quickly. Georgia able to get the completed pass there to Stockton. Kind of had a guy running underneath there due to the route coverage, as Tobias gets a lot of blocking here. Gets inside the 20. Georgia now putting together a really solid drive. Stockton takes the snap. Try to fit that to a good spot, and Lucky cannot hang on to it. I really think that Stockton actually made a good throw here. Found the soft spot, hit Lucky just as he was breaking, able to fit that past the linebacker. Lucky just drops it there inside the 5, would have been at about the 3. Now it's a 2nd and 10. You're off script. Can Georgia make up for that blunder? There's a carry for Tobias. It's a gain of 6, puts it back into 3rd and manageable. So far the offense putting themselves in spots here. 3rd and 4. Stockton's going to send Anthony Evans in motion. They run that screen. He gets the block, and he's going to get the first down for Georgia, just extending the drive. Let's see now. 3 wide receivers, Tobias in the backfield. Stockton takes it, gets the screen to Evans, and number 5 gets stopped right at the 1-yard line there. Okay, ready? 2nd and goal from the 1. End up getting the quarterback sneak in there, and Gunner Stockton puts Georgia on the board. Tried to audible out of it, almost called a timeout, but instead ends up running the sneak, and Georgia able to put together a really nice response there. 10 plays, 74 yards. Now can the defense force a punt? That would be the big thing. Try to keep points off the board here. LSU's going to take it over at the 25. Quick RPO out. LSU's offense is really giving Georgia fits right now. Hitting them with this quick passing game. Yeah, just a run to the inside. Ends up being a nice play there from C.J. Allen and Daniel Harris to wrap that up. 3rd and 1. And it's going to be an RPO out to the outside, but a really nice play there from Aguero. Able to hit, just make the hit right as the ball gets there. Able to force the punt. Georgia's defense does what it really needed to do there and gets off the field, giving Georgia back the ball. Boyce may have some room here to return, but gets wrapped up. So far, Georgia's offense looking pretty solid. Stockton takes the snap. dump this to Cantrell. Does make the catch, able to drag him forward just enough to get a gain of 6 there. 10 for 11 for Stockton so far. The one incompletion was a drop. Stockton. Be a handoff to Tobias. Cannot fall forward on that play. Let's run back a bit. 3 wide set again out of the shotgun. Stockton takes the snap. Going to get this out to Lucky. Can he get the block set up? He does. He gets the first down plus a lot more. That play ended up being set up really well. Slot corner crashed on that play. Georgia able to keep it moving there. I'll go with a tight trio over on the right side. Stockton takes the snap. Get Anthony Evans. Just a gain of 6, but already the 5th catch of the day for him. Had just 3 all of last week. Georgia trying to put together another good drive here. Spreading them out. So carry to Tobias. Does not get the block he really wants to there. Singleton's able to tackle him, but Tobias does get the first down before doing so. Stockton, it's a play action. He just throws that one away. Didn't try to force anything there. Tried to set up a big play. Didn't work out. 2nd and 10. Stockton takes the snap. Gets that to Lucky. Lucky really does a nice job of falling forward there. Moves the chains. And heavily targeted so far in this one. Tobias now with a gaping hole up the middle. Ends up getting inside the 20. He is already at 65 yards. Really thought that Georgia might struggle to run the football in this game, but so far they have not. 1st and 10. They decide to go empty here. And Stockton this time is going to get sacked. Reggie Webb able to get there. Now Georgia's in a much worse spot. 2nd and 16. Stockton's going to take the snap and try to get that over to Cantrell. Does make the catch. Now sets up a 3rd and 8. Stockton takes the snap. He's going to try to scramble up. Stockton's got room. He slides and gets the first down. Georgia's down to the 5, and they'll call a timeout. Stockton really trying to put together an excellent game here early on. 3 wide set. Stockton sends Cantrell in motion, and Cantrell is going to get into the end zone, and Georgia has taken the lead with another excellent drive. The big scramble there on the 3rd and 8 from Stockton sets up the Fernando Cantrell touchdown reception here on the jet pass. Stockton's been really, really good so far. Woodring's kick is up, and it is good. Georgia with a 12-play, 80-yard drive. So last 2 drives, 22 plays, 154 yards, I believe. Now it's LSU that's reeling here. Going to have to try to get some points here, obviously, on the board before halftime. Georgia comes out with the ball to start the 2nd half. Collins. Got room to run. He's going to get up the middle. Steps up, gets a gain of 8. Georgia can live with that right now. That's something we're definitely going to have to try to adjust for. It's probably going to have to use some quarterback contains on him. Finds his man. Left side gets another first down. So they've got 1 timeout left. 28 seconds. Georgia is certainly trying to contain the deep ball. Their big thing. Williams tries to get pressure, and Collins just escapes again. That time takes a hit. LSU's going to have to use another timeout. Probably spent 6 or 7 seconds there. 7 seconds. They have 21 left to operate here. These guys, these tackles are doing an excellent job, really. They're covering it, blocking extremely well from Collins. So I think pass coverage for the most part has been really good so far, but Collins has been able to, take time in the pocket, really extend plays. He throws that one away again, just launches it down the field, almost hitting the hairy dog. 3rd and 10, 13 seconds. Essentially, you have to get a first down here. There's just no pressure getting to him. KJ Bolden makes a nice play there on Green. Reed or Green? Reed, I think. Tied in. They win one-on-one coverage. They would have knocked that one away. LSU's going to attempt a bomb of a field goal and gets that one through the uprights. I don't know who their kicker is, but that's exceptional. I mean, what is that? Good Lord, a 63-yard field goal? Holy cow, what a kicker. So it's still Georgia lead, just 3 seconds left. Certainly you just try to return this and see if we can make a splash play. Boyce and not get through there. Does get a solid return, though. We'll go into halftime with Georgia up 14-13. They definitely have momentum. With a really good second quarter, but LSU did just enough there to get a field goal before the offense stalled out. Georgia with more passing yards, more rushing yards, more yards per play, more third down conversions, more time of possession. But LSU just trailing by 1. I think that this next drive, Georgia needs to come out and at least get some points on the board here to start the second half. So I think Georgia's going to struggle to stop Collins consistently throughout this second half. Getting all the points you can, I think, is really going to be important. Of course, the most important thing is for Stockton to continue to take care of the football. Dallas doesn't get much here. Georgia's going to start off at their own at 17. The run game's been a little hit or miss, but it certainly had a couple of really explosive runs. They are going to start off with a run here. Tobias wrapped up in the backfield. Really nice play from Sean Washington. Excellent player. Stockton takes the snap. Try to dump this one over to Cantrell. Ends up being just a 1-yard catch. Georgia already in a dangerous spot here. Really needed to put together a good drive here to start this second half. See what they decide to do. Gonna go 3 wide. She's running the zone too high. Stockton tries to fit that into Cantrell, and what a throw in between 2 defenders. Cantrell with an excellent adjustment. Oop, did not mean to do that. Let's take a look at this throw again. So Stockton, as you make this read, so he's kind of got the opening here. Nobody else is open. Probably could have and did have some pressure coming, but like as soon as Cantrell kind of gets around his man, there's just enough of a void in there to fit a spot. Really, if I had this throw back, I probably would have liked to have gone a little bit more to the outside with all the room that Cantrell had there. But nonetheless, Stockton puts together a really nice third down throw there to extend the drive on a 3rd and 9. He continues to make plays. Tobias in motion. They set up that screen to Lucky again, and Lucky able to get a gain of 9 on that. This offense maybe hasn't been just exceptional, but it's been really solid, steadily moving. Stockton with a run. Hands it off to Tobias, who gets the first down. The big runs for him are certainly starting to slow down. Let's see what LSU decides to do here. Stockton Gonna take a shot to Anthony Evans with the speed, but cannot come down with it. Tried to take the top off there, just did not quite work out. 2nd and 10. No spread. Stockton sends Anthony Evans in motion. It's that screen to him again. Evans tries to get to the outside, but cannot. It's wrapped up for just a gain of 3. It's now another 3rd and long. Stockton takes the snap. Gonna get that to Cantrell, who drops it. Georgia has dropped 2 passes over the middle here today from Stockton. Cantrell's made a couple of nice catches too, though, but it's a little behind him, but he's throwing it there on purpose to keep it out of harm's way. And now Georgia's gonna have to punt this one. Sano, been a little hit or miss so far in his early career. It's a decent punt, but better return. LSU with decent starting field position here, up at the 24. How does Georgia's defense respond to the effort that Collins put up in the first half? So Williams does a really nice job of shedding his block and getting around there. Now Williams is dealing with a lot of wear and tear, so let's probably need to take him out for a little bit. Holy cow, he is dealing with a lot of stuff there. Okay. So Justin Williams will move Adenaje Green in there. See how the transfer can help us out. Then let's put Chris Jones behind him right there, and then in just our regular linebacker room, we'll replace C.J. Allen with Raylan Wilson there. For Williams, a little time off, dealing with that injury. Adenije Green, the transfer we brought in, now getting additional snaps. Already plays a pretty good bit, and Green immediately gets some pressure, forces Collins to the outside. Collins again with the big scramble. I'm worried about pressing with LSU's receiver speed. That's going to be a run to the outside. Kind of off tackle. Ends up getting the first down. 4 carries, 10 yards for him. But oh, that's a pick 6. Daniel Harris jumps the route. Colin makes the first grave mistake of the game. And Daniel Harris makes him pay a 38-yard pick 6 as Georgia extends their lead. LSU defense did what it had to do. They got off the field on that last drive, but Collins makes the first crucial mistake of the game there. Daniel Harris with another interception. Woodring's extra point is up and it's good. It's a 21-13 lead now for Georgia. Turner ends up taking that one for a touchback. LSU's right back out there on offense. How does Collins respond? Trying to get some pressure on him, and Green cannot wrap him up, but Kristen Miller does. 3-yard sack. Miller actually kind of got pushed off of his block there, and as Collins maneuvered around, Miller like backed up almost into a spy situation. Green did a really nice job there of getting the initial pressure. Jackson tries to get a carry. Kristen Miller and KJ Bolden wrapping him up. This is now looking like a disaster of a drive up for LSU. Tried to set up a screen, and it's Green reads it and wraps him up. LSU quickly goes 3 and out after the pick 6. Georgia now with a lot of momentum, but we're down 10-0 at one point in time. Now on a 21-3 run. Boyce is going to take the fair catch there. Georgia's going to start off with good field position again. Georgia's going to go under center with Tobias. And it is a carry for Tobias. It's a gain of 5 there. Stockton. Play action. He's going to throw this one out for Anthony Evans. Off the press, he beats his man and makes the catch. Could not stay on his feet, but number 5 with a big grab down the sideline off the play action. Gunnar Stockton just continues to put the ball in really good spot for his guys to catch it. Let's see what happened here kind of on the end of this. Anthony Evans had to extend a little bit, so Gunnar just a little inaccurate, keeping that from likely being a touchdown. They now go back to the shotgun, 3 wide. Stockton, it's just a handoff to Tobias, and now Georgia starting to punish LSU. It's another carry for Tobias. Does not get the block he needs to there. So now into this bunch. Another carry for Tobias. Just gets a yard there. Looks like they're going to stick with that bunch. Roderick Robinson now out there. Stockton takes the snap. Ends up just throwing that over to Roderick Robinson. They make the adjustment. They tried to come after Stockton. Ends up just dumping that over their head, and Roderick Robinson will, I believe, his first receiving touchdown of his entire career. Able to get into the end zone, extends Georgia's lead once again. Gunnar Stockton continues. Strong day, 3 total touchdowns for him, 2 through the air, 1 on the ground, no turnovers. Georgia's offense in a really good spot if he's taking care of the football. Woodring boots it away. That one is taken for a touchback as well. This is where you start to get into a bad spot if you're LSU. This team was doing a lot better whenever they were handing the ball off. Collins able to make some plays. Georgia's defense is starting to get after this offensive line now. Collins gonna get pressure from Green again, but Collins able to escape. Ellis Robinson makes a nice open field tackle there. I think you have to adjust that. You just have to plan on going quarterback spy. Pretty much the only thing to kind of keep LSU moving down the field, it seems like. A decent little run there from Jackson, but he's gained just 10 yards on 7 carries. Georgia up 28-13 to put together a really good game so far as we head into the 4th quarter. Still holding on to that number 1 rank. There's been a lot of chaos. You see a lot of 2-loss teams there at the top. Georgia so far remaining undefeated. Certainly trending that way so far today. You have to keep it up. Man in motion. Collins able to find his man underneath. ...111 yards through the air, 55 on the ground. Might be time for Georgia to attack a little bit right here. And they do, and Raylan Wilson comes off the edge, wraps him up for a loss of 1. Green again gets around his guy, but Collins steps up. This time C.J. Allen and a spy able to put the clamps on that. Trying to get pressure. Collins ends up just throwing that one away. Now 4th and 8, LSU in no man's land. They're going to attempt the field goal. It's going to make it a 12-point game if he can knock it down. This is going to be a second 60-plus yarder for him today, and he is going to hit another one through there. Holy cow. Aaron Burrell, the sophomore out of Louisiana. Big leg. 12-point game for Georgia. You're still up 2 scores here. Dexter Dallas is going to take that. Let's see. go 3 wide. Lucky also in the slot. Be a carry for Tobias. Bounces it back up the middle. It's a gain of 7 there. Certainly looking as if he's going to get back to his century mark ways here. Stockton calls the audible. Going to snap it. He's able to avoid the first sack, cannot avoid the second one. I think Georgia wanted to try to quickly get that one up the seam. LSU disguised their coverage well. Stockton just could not get enough time to really do what he wanted to do there afterwards. Stockton is empty. Take the snap. Stockton's going to scramble. He has got Lawson. That's got to be one of those things that, like in the game, that people just don't turn around. I guess it's just a little bug. But Lucky is absolutely wide open. I hit for like the rat catch, and he just like never turns around to try to catch it. That was a big play though. Zano now back to punt it away. It's a good boot to it. Really nice tackle there from DeMello Jones. All right. LSU is able to get off the field thanks to essentially just a drop from Lucky. C.J. Allen and Aguero make an excellent play there. Wrapping up Jackson again. Now it's an empty look. Certainly have to be wary of the scramble. Georgia runs no spies, tries to dump it off quickly. Harris on the hit, forces the incompletion. Third and 12, they try to run the screen. He does get the pass off Jackson. It's stopped just short. LSU should go for it here. They will. Be stopped in the backfield. McLeod gets off the block. Georgia just sent too many guys. Just does not work out for LSU there. 2 tight ends. Blank sent out in motion. Stockton takes the snap. Going to get this quickly out to London Humphreys. Just gets a gain of 3 there. Not really been able to get him going so far today. 2nd and 7, Georgia looking to run. Time off the clock. Stockton takes the snap. Gonna get able to get the ball out. That does not count as a fumble. Georgia tries to get cute there. Now they're looking at 3rd and 7. Single high safety. As going to be complete underneath. Nitro Tuggle gets the first down. Stockton over 200 yards passing. And they move the chains. It'll be roughly at the 6-minute mark by the time they take this snap. It is going to be a carry to Humphreys. Just a gain of 1. Excuse me, Tobias. Sorry. Doing a better job of kind of wrapping him up quickly here in this second half. Stockton. Get that over to Cantrell, drops it. Cantrell will drop the football, that's for sure. Made some plays, though. Supposed to be an excellent 50-50 guy according to his attributes. Stockton going to take the snap. He's going to get that to Cantrell. Makes it. Oh, it's going to drops it again. That one got dropped in a bucket from Stockton. That's not going to be good either. Another missed field goal from Woodring. I'd gotten to where I was pretty good at kicking field goals, and I guess that's just quickly going away again. Collins. Collins didn't get sacked this time. Jordan Hall finally gets around there. because I'm dropping. I'm typically only really rushing 3 now that I'm trying to drop somebody into a quarterback spot without taking somebody out of coverage, but it does give him some more time. Quick pass. Completed for a gain of about 9 there. It's up a 3rd and 5. Just 4 come after this time. He's getting chased. He's going to get sacked. Kristen Miller, the 3rd sack of the day for Georgia. He's able to wrap up Collins. LSU now is going to have to go for this one. It's a 4th and 13. Pressure again. Tries to throw in a bad spot. Picked off for the 2nd time today by Daniel Harris. Gets back across midfield. Collins just is not a good enough thrower of the football, especially downfield. Once Georgia kind of stopped the runs from him, Tobias gets up the middle, gain of 6. He is now over the century mark. Now Georgia can let this clock run. Cantrell in motion, just a little jet pass to him. We'll try to get him to the outside. He's got excellent blocking from Anthony Evans, and Cantrell down the sideline, gets inside the 15. Georgia just really trying to make sure they get the 1st down, but Cantrell able to get wide on that play. Now the clock can really start to run. Got a lot of guys there at the line of scrimmage. Still going to be a carry for Tobias. It's a gain of 9 out of that. We go to the 2-minute warning. Georgia up 28-16. LSU can still call timeouts. So you need to at least keep running your offense. Not trying to run up the score. Stockton gets it. Tobias gets into the end zone. That will be the dagger, though. Georgia puts the exclamation point on this victory. 2 missed field goals from Peyton Woodring, really the only major negatives in this game. Just missing them. Woodring making his extra points. Georgia's offense has been really good. 3 touchdowns from Stockton, one of those being on the ground. Tobias there with the score. Daniel Harris, 2 interceptions, one of them being a pick 6. I feel like Collins is definitely a guy that they can win with just for whatever reason. Like, it's not really for whatever reason. He's got weaknesses and deficiencies as a thrower of the football. Now that all of a sudden they're having to throw it as he now gets hurt on that play, hopefully not anything too serious. He just really changed the game. But he made some really nice plays in this game for sure. Now his backup's in there. He's a really nice pass there. Ends up being a 15-yard gain to the tight end Green up the middle. Dig in. He's going to try to scramble. Ends up turning around, finding his man in the open field. Going to get tackled down. She's going to call a timeout. Down 19 points, kind of doubt for a comeback, but love the fight anyway. At least put together a drive here. Tries to fit that into a tight spot. Swan's got a cannon, if you'll remember, 97 throw power. Ricky Collins is now back out there. Thankfully, he was not hurt too bad. Gets a throw out to the left side. Really nice tackle in the open field from Raylan Wilson, but it is a first down. LSU is going to hurry it up. Gets this over to the right side. Jackson does get tackled by C.J. Allen. Just a gain of 4. LSU with just 1 timeout left. Really nice play there from Collins, able to get outside the pocket. It's an excellent throw off the green. He's had a really nice day for LSU. Scored the touchdown earlier. They spike it, 52 seconds left. Trying to get one last really nice drive put together. Collins again going to scramble again, buys time, and again finds Green. All their last time out there. I think it might be time to start sending a little pressure here. And they do, and they wrap him up in the backfield. CJ Allen trying to get one with DeMello there. That one did not work out, though. I think Georgia at this point is probably just going to try to start sending heat. Tries to get that over to Green, does complete it, sets up a 4th and 10. Gets the nice throw off, and LSU is going to get another score here. Kylan Billiot, 5th catch of the day, gets the touchdown. LSU at least tightens up the score. They are still down 12 with 17 seconds left, so the game is out of reach. They will attempt the onside kick. Georgia's going to try to put this game away right here. See if they're successful in doing so, and they are. There's Aguero. Picks it up. Georgia's going to get their victory. Gunners coming out and kneel. 35-23. Georgia comes out on top here in Baton Rouge. A hard-fought game. LSU jumped out 10-0. Georgia got hot in the middle quarters. Able to create a couple of big plays, get the run game going. Lawson lucky with a good day, but Gunnar Stockton just really efficient. 75% completion percentage, 236 yards. 3 total touchdowns. Put together like a really nice scramble before this Fernando Cantrell touchdown that's on the screen. On a 3rd and 8, able to evade pressure, steps up into the pocket, gets around on the right side, steps inside the tackle, and is able to convert that. Gets a gain of 9 there when we really needed it. We were kind of not floundering, but the game was still really, really tight at that point in time. Take a look at the stats, though. Stockton, 24-32, 236 yards, 2 scores. No real explosives. Had the one pass to Evans down the field. Obviously, if he scores a touchdown on that play, if throws a little bit better and he scores, the stats look a little bit better. But I thought he was really, really efficient. Thought he was good. We didn't put the ball in harm's way. He got hurt by drops today, too. Thought he would have had 280, 290 yards passing just with the drops being caught. Device, 21 carries, 118 yards and score. Roger Robinson did not get a carry, but did get a receiving score. Device also finds the end zone. Evans, 7 for 82. Cantrell, 7 for 72. And a Tud with 3 drops as well. Lucky, 5 for 45. Humphreys, just 2 catches in this one, 14 yards. Tug with 2 for 20. And Roger Robinson with the other receiving touchdown. I thought we largely had a really good day up front. They did a nice job of containing our run game for a lot of the fourth quarters. We're trying to, establish that and bleed out the clock. But did pretty good in pass protection. The sacks were more just me. One of the sacks was them making a play. Another one was me just not wanting to force anything. CJ Allen, 17 tackles, 8 from Raylan Wilson. A huge day for Allen. Tackles for loss, had 4 from Christian Miller, 4 from Jordan Hall, 2 from CJ Allen, 1 from a lot of these other guys here. Green got extended playing time with the injury to Justin Williams. Thought he looked good, didn't get after the quarterback, but thought he looked good in the process. 2.5 sacks for Christian Miller, 1.5 from CJ Hall, and then 1 from CJ Allen. Daniel Harris comes away with 2 sacks. He will be our thumbnail player of the game. And as we come and look now at LSU stats, again, I don't think Collins was bad. The 2 interceptions, the first one was really bad, the pick 6. The second one, you're more just really trying to make a play, but a little over 200 yards passing, 2 scores along with the 2 picks, and was definitely more effective rushing than what this shows, but the sack really hurts him. But they could not run the football at all, just straight up with Jackson, or just a scramble for them. Green, 7 for 83 and a score. Thought he looked good. Billiot scored the touchdown there late. Really about it, though. Watkins had a couple of catches early. You see Green, 7 catches, 83 yards, and even had 2 drops alongside of that. They did not run block particularly well. I thought their pass protection was good for the most part. And defensively for them, you had Brooks and Al-Upta leading the way, double digits in tackles for both of them. Tackles for loss leading the way for them was Ryan Webb. Sack and a half from Webb, and then a half sack from Al Uta as well. No interceptions. Georgia comes away with the big victory here. Let me find just a Daniel Harris play. Like maybe right as he's about to catch the ball or something right here. Where's he? Stupid. It don't matter. Probably going to end up not having that guy in the thumbnail anyway. So let's do something like that. Yeah, come out on top, 10-0. 8th 100-yard game from Tobias. Cantrell and Evans both had productive days, and of course Stockton really good. The defense was really good for the most part once we shut down the quarterback scramble. Let's advance the week. Still doing some, behind the scenes recruiting for sure, trying to get some more defensive backs in. We're starting to age in that spot. We do get a 4-star. He's an athlete, but probably going to be a running back here, Ramon Mance. We'll just say Mance. Get the commitment from him. We're going to lose Demetrius Knox, another free safety. We're really struggling to recruit that, even going down now to 3 stars. Granted, this guy's a gem with good attributes. Christian Miller is your SEC Defensive Player of the Week. Tends to do that pretty much all the time. We'll take a look at Mance. He's our second running back recruit. Commit. He's a gem, elusive back with 93 speed, 91 acceleration, really similar to Crook, who is also an elusive back. So kind of getting the same player between them. A little bit more change of direction for Mance. Crook with a little bit more break tackle and wiggle to his game, though. Yeah, the recruiting class is looking good. Let's see where we rank actually recruiting. I would think we're the top class. We're actually second behind Miami just due to volume. They got just a little bit more volume than us. We're right behind them. Pretty significant, movement between those two and everybody else, though. Gotten 4 or 5 stars, but certainly have lost some battles there in the secondary. We'll take a look at the top 25 scores, take a look at our stats, and then we will get out of here. So, top 25 after week 11, Louisiana with a win. Western Virginia over Cincy. Clemson barely gets a victory over Florida State. Penn State survives at Minnesota. Alabama big over Vanderbilt. Pitt continues to look good. Win over Virginia Tech. Our victory, of course. UCF over UMass. Nebraska over Indiana. Michigan over Michigan State. Oregon, big victory on the road over USC. Ohio State continuing to roll. Tennessee over Texas. Texas really, really struggling. I know I've looked at it at some point, but kind of drawing a blank. Arch is still there. Nico looks like he is really progressing. We have not faced him yet. He's been hurt both games that we've played them. But then we had Arizona barely over Kansas State in a really exciting matchup there. UAB over FAU, North Texas over East Carolina, Boston College over Miami, Virginia over North Carolina, and Cal over NC State. Take a look at our stats. So the touchdown interception ratio is getting better. Back-to-back clean weeks with no interceptions. I think with 5 touchdowns now between those 2 games, which is good. We really needed that from Gunner. Yeah, 5 touchdowns now over the last 2 games with no picks. Tobias over 1,200 yards now on the ground, 8 scores. Roger Robinson now with 5 total scores with that receiving touchdown. Evans continues to put up a good year. Going to be a second 1,000-yard season for him. Cantrell, Humphreys, it's definitely the number 2 receiver in the slot. They get the majority of the targets here. Done a really good job of getting Lucky more involved this year, though, as well. Without a whole bunch of explosive plays, did have a 65-yard touchdown. And defensively, C.J. Allen now easily leading the way in tackles. I'll scroll down if you want to look for somebody in particular. Tackles for loss, 4 guys in the double digits. Of course, Christian Miller may end up being the Heisman winner. 33 tackles for loss, now up to 13 sacks on the year. Guerrero and Humphrey leading the way with interceptions. C.J. Allen and Daniel Harris and Ellis Robinson tied with 3, and then KJ also has 2. Struggling to kick the football, I guess. Let's take a look at that. Missed 2 more field goals there. Been really cold with Woodring. After being really good with him, in the previous season, hit 81%. Now I'm at the worst I've ever been. I'm just 1 for 2 within 30. Perfect from 30 to 40. 6 to 10 from that 40 to 50 range. And I'm 2 for 6 from beyond 50. So yeah, definitely struggling with the longer field goals. But yeah, the next time I see you guys in the series, we will be taking on Auburn here. They're 6-4. They've been pretty solid, but they're 2-4 in conference. But yeah, if you enjoy the content, please like and subscribe. Leave me feedback in the comments section down below. Check out my Tulane Dynasty that's also on the channel, as well as my Atlanta Hawks franchise. And yeah, until next time, thanks so much for tuning in. Peace.